So
it's such a positive thing too, because when you approach something with the idea, I'm really going to love that.
Right.
You know, it makes you feel better. It makes everybody around you feel better. You're actually exuding a vibration that's higher and more bubbly, and everybody enjoys it.
And you get to feel like you're part of the process.
Yeah.
Not the sum of.
Right. That's true.
Why does that keep happening to me? I don't know.
So what are some of the things that you see are kind of like the pitfalls of love and relationships?
I think believing that you need something that someone else tells you you believe that you need, or that's what that's going to do for you. You got to look at things for yourself. I always try to say that when I counsel someone. Please look at anything that I tell you for yourself, because even though I'm pretty good at seeing things intuitively, I still look at it. Some of it's through my own perception. Mm-hmm. And I think that a lot of times that we're so focused on what we think we're supposed to be doing, or what we think that it's supposed to be having, what really merits success, or what really merits fulfillment, is skewed. So I think if we can just pull ourselves back out of it and really ask questions like, what is it that I want to create? What do I want in a relationship? What can I experience and still be myself, true to myself, without going, oh, you just gotta do that. No, I gotta stay there because, what else am I gonna do? Mm-hmm. I think it's just all about really not getting into invalidation and focusing on the different things that tear us down.
Yeah, I think a lot of people lose their identity when they get into relationships. They end up doing what the other person likes, and pretty soon they're forgetting about the things that they enjoy.
Yeah. And they're not they're not happy, and they're like, I got lost. You did. And who hasn't done it? I mean,
at least more than once.
Exactly, to know what it's like experiencing it. But yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I think that's when the unhappiness starts, is when we start realizing that we've lost ourselves, and it's hard to find the way back to that.
Right.
So that's where you come in.
I like to help people to find their light, their inner passion, the embers, the light. I think we all shine. I think we all have fantastic gifts and talents and qualities. It's just about letting people see it. If you let your light shine, you give permission for someone else to do it.
So what kind of advice would you give to somebody whose light is dim and they're trying to find their way back to the brightness?
What I would do is I would let them know that I saw them, that I saw that light, and I saw that they were working on the enthusiasm and that vibration of hope and certainty and seniority and what they have going on. I could see that spark, and I would also let them know what I see standing in the way from it, or what I see may have happened to it, so they can start to re-experience that also. A lot of times, energetically, to tell someone that, I can help them to own that. But even just telling them that, they're like, oh yeah, wow, oh yeah. Because you forget. You start to do something long enough and it seems like, oh, this is who I am. So I point things out that I see. And I always try to make sure and let them know what I see is working and what I see, that isn't really helping so much.
Yeah.
It's important to know that. Or you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm great. I don't have, that's good. It's good.
Well, you certainly can't approach.
No, I'll leave them crooked. I don't want to leave them crooked.
So what do you do for yourself that brings up your vibration, your love vibration?
I try to show up in my life. I try to be positive and pleasant. I try to look at what is working. I do a lot of spiritual things. I am a member at the Berkeley Psychic Institute that I do things at, the Sacramento location, and I do things at Planet Earth. And I do things in my life, teach, and things where I can show up to help people to see themselves. It helps me to see myself. Mm-hmm. Because I get the same type of communication and those spirit-to-spirit hellos. They're just not actually totally, someone's not asking me for them, but I still see them when they're coming my way. It helps me to be reminded, oh wow, really? Because I may have just had something like that wasn't real pleasant happen. Mm-hmm. Oh, you see me and you're smiling. That's right. I'm fun, or I'm happy, or yay, you're happy to see me. same kind of thing. I try to value the little things, and I try not to get too hung up on the big things. I also try to stay in the moment, because otherwise, it's too easy to focus on things that aren't even really even created yet. So I also do, though, in the morning, I try to create my day real simply how I'd like it to go, because I feel like I have a creative control in that process. I feel that I want to be a part of how my life goes. So I show up.
I like that. Do you show up on time?
I try. Some days I'll be into my day and I'll be like, this isn't going so well. Oh, that's because I'm not the driver. Who's driving? I'm not really sure.
So how does it work in the relationship that you have?
Well, my husband is my best friend, so that helps. We're very different, and then we're very alike. So I try to just honor what's going on and try to stay in the moment and not go with things that may have happened before or after. I believe that people change. I believe that they do it if they choose to do it, but I do believe that people change. I know that I've changed quite a deal from who I used to be. And so I try not to go by, what you did yesterday or the day before. Not that I don't get caught up in that sometimes. But I try to see him for who he is, and I try to look at him and really see him, and maybe see that he's got stuff going on too. Mm-hmm. Not all about me. Another thing that I do is I look at him, myself, and the relationship. I try to keep the relationship kind of like its own organism, mm-hmm. because then it's not my responsibility. It's not his. We're not it. We still get to be ourselves and have a relationship. And it's been working for about 12 and a half years. And we're pretty happy, so that...
Well, I think that's great advice. I like that.
Thank you.
That idea. Well, we've got some information that we'd like you to read.
Okay.
So we want to know everything about you so people can contact you.
My name is Reverend Shannon Carey, and I go by Rev Shannon. I am a spiritual counselor, a divine healer, and teacher. And my hope is that you'll check out my website, which is revshannon.com, and see what it is that I have to offer.
Great. And we'll talk about your workshops and stuff after I give my information.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, you can watch Paranormal Connection the first and third Mondays of the month. There's an encore performance Tuesdays at 1 p.m., Wednesdays at 5 a.m. in the morning. If you're up, we really appreciate that. And if you want to get on the mailing list, email me at Donna's Journey, DANNAS Journey at sbcglobal.net. I will be happy to put you on the mailing list, and that way you can, we'll be in touch when we've got special shows coming up, like with Reverend Shannon and our little Valentine's special. Also, you can check out all of our guests at paranormalconnection-donna-donna.blogspot.com, and all the information on the upcoming guests is on there, so you can see who you want to watch. And if you missed it, you can go back and look at their information. Maybe give them a call. You can also watch us online. Go to accesssacramento.org, click on Watch 17, and you can send an email to your friends all over the world and say, hey, tune in, watch these guys online. They've got some fun stuff going on. Other than that, you can join us on Be a Friend on Facebook. And I think that covers it. Yeah, I love Facebook. I'll have a lot of fun with that. Okay. So let's, we've got a few minutes left here. Let's talk a little bit more about what your intent is and what you do and what you'd like to share as your parting words with our audience tonight.
Well, my hope to everyone watching is that you really allow yourself to find love and let it start with yourself. Because without having that love for yourself, you may just try to find someone to fill that gap. So I hope that you find love within yourself and all around you.
Oh, that's my hope for everyone, too. Now, you've got some workshops coming up. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
I do. I have a workshop coming up at the end of February 26th, and it is a conscious love and sacred relationship workshop. And I am co-teaching that with an astrologer. and another intuitive. So the astrologer is Christopher Taylor. He's been on the show.
He's wonderful.
And then a fellow intuitive, her name is Sage. So it's going to be a fantastic workshop, and it's going to be at Heart to Hearth in Folsom. So we'd love to have you come and join us. It's going to be a love immersion day. And you can come whether you're in a relationship, single, would like to be in a relationship, in between relationships. Doesn't matter. You can maybe just come and work on that, that individual love self in your own body, your own space.
Oh, I love that. Well, why don't you repeat your web address so that people can contact you and your phone number so they can look you up.
Great.
And get that information so they can sign up for the workshop.
Okay. My website is revshannon.com, Rev Shannon. And my information is on there. You can contact me through the website. I also have a phone number at 916-712-6012. And I really do enjoy helping you along your spiritual path, be it love or any other advice that you would like to, or anything else that you'd like to work on.
Great. I think that's fabulous information. Thank you so much. Okay, well, I'd like
Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank my fabulous crew who I absolutely love. We've got Dan and Marge and Lisa and Greg and Tony, and we're missing Noreen. Miss Noreen isn't with us tonight, but we love her too, and Eric. We've got a great team that comes out here and brings this information to everyone, and they volunteer their time, so send them some love.
Yep. And they are awesome.
They're awesome. We have a lot of fun here.
It's great.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and I hope that if you're not in a relationship, that you at least project that love onto somebody, because everybody needs it. You know, whether it's a person standing behind you in line at Starbucks, you know, just turn around, give them a smile, and just think the word love, and you're going to brighten their day. It works. It's a wonderful word. It's a wonderful feeling, a beautiful emotion, and we're blessed to have it.
I agree.
Yeah. And if it goes wrong, then go see Rubbish. Oh, that'd be fun.
If it goes wrong, just smile, wink, and walk.
There you go.
No.
Okay, well, thanks everybody for joining us. We love you. God bless. Good night.